Last week, I felt like the Atlantic economy was just crushing me. Let's just say after this week, I don't feel that way anymore. And it kind of happened by accident. So it's really funny how this week ended up working out, and it was completely unplanned. I had watched a few videos and read a few forum posts that said that you could get high-end resources if you went out on the High Seas booster pack and did some sea combat. And I decided that we'd open up the 5th week in Ultima Online by learning the High Seas content. What I was not anticipating was how much fun I would have and how much of a rabbit hole I would go down with this content. This is literally all I did for the entire week. And I gotta say, today's stream, to start week 6, I think it's gonna happen some more. So I didn't want to just keep grinding out really boring ways of making money, like farming powder translocation or essences in the abyss. So for the start of this week, I was thinking I need to do something more fun, even if it doesn't pay out that much. I'd seen some videos on the high seas, and apparently you can get some high-end resources, and I thought, you know what, this will be a fun thing to do this week. It may not be that great, but at least we can try. Unfortunately, the ships that have the high-end resources, the merchant ships, weren't spawning. But by the time I realized this, I was so hooked on doing the high seas content that I just went crazy continuing it. I started off learning how to do it by just doing pirate ships, and this got me some basic sea crates to turn in for doubloons. And for those of you who don't know, doubloons are a pirate currency that you can use to buy special things at a vendor in Buccaneer's Den. So essentially all we were doing was farming these crates and replenishing our supplies of ammunition from the orc ships that we were sinking. By the end of the week, not only had I gotten a lot better at doing this, I also started doing the beacons. Beacons are kind of the end game content for this expansion, and you don't get any loot, but what you get are extremely high-end mythical crates, which can be turned in for a ton of points. And this is where the game changer happened this week. I ended up being able to sell these crates for 5 million a pop. I had to be patient finding buyers and setting up my vendor, but if you're patient, you can sell these things for a lot of money for players who just want doubloons quick. Okay, we're not streaming. I just ended the stream, and I was gonna log off. And then I came here to spam if anybody wanted stuff. And someone does want the goods, and they want them for 5 million. Here we go. I can't believe it, man. That's crazy. Oh. I gotta go to bed now. So we started the week with less than 1 million gold, and we ended the week with over 50 million gold, which means we actually have the money to buy some of our first 120 power scrolls, which is exciting. We're gonna do that this week. So I'll take you through a very quick introduction on how I got set up on the high seas, and then I'll show you kind of where I started and where I ended up and kind of where we're going to go from here. All right, so this will be a quick overview on how a new-ish player can get into high seas content. This will be hard to do if you're brand new, because to purchase all of the equipment, it will probably take 500,000 to 1 million gold depending on the server. The first thing you're going to need is a ship. Take a small ship and cruise your way out to the sea market. You can leave the ship there also for later and recall off of your key to get back there quickly. There, I would recommend buying the gargoyle ship. It can fit 7 cannons and the firepower is just better than the other ship available to you. If you're a well-established player, you might consider finding someone selling an orc ship and buy that, as the cannons get bonus damage. But for a new player, I think the gargoyle ship's the way to go. There's a lot of really old information out there that says you need different size cannons and different size ammo to fit those cannons. All of that is outdated. As of today, there's only one size cannon. The only difference is aesthetics. For the gargoyle ship, you're going to want to get 7 cannons, or at least 6 to make sure your port and starboard sides are full. And there's only 3 things you need to load those cannons. Number 1, fuse cords. Number 2, powder charges. Number 3, one of 2 types of cannonballs, either regular cannonballs or grape shot. As far as cannonballs are concerned, just buy regular cannonballs. Regular cannonballs just do damage to the ship, and they do much more damage than grape shot. Grape shot hits the ship, but to a lesser extent in terms of damage, but it also hits the NPCs on board. My suggestion is just use regular cannonballs and clear out the deck of NPCs, whether it be through Magery or Archer or whatever your preferred method is. It's just more efficient use of resources. As far as how to get all the things we just mentioned, cannons, fuse cords, powder charges, cannonballs, my suggestion is just try to find someone selling them and try to get yourself a good deal. And then to start out, I think you could probably get by with just 50 of each charge. Just remember that every ship that you are efficient with sinking, you will get the resources back and then a couple extra each. So if you start with 50, over time you should be able to build up to 75, 100 until you have plenty of stuff. You could try to gather raw materials and craft it yourself, but you need a really random assortment of skills like alchemy and blacksmithing, and it's kind of a headache, and some of the stuff you need is pretty expensive and rare on its own. Lastly, in your bag, you need a ramrod for loading cannons, and you need a torch for firing cannons. In short, that's the minimum requirements for getting started. I'll give you a couple of quick tips that I found helpful though. When you fire cannons, they do take damage, and apparently if you fire them too many times, you could lose a cannon, and they're not cheap. A bit of advice I was given is load maximum 25 rounds in each cannon, and when you run out, make a point of repairing it. You use ingots to repair it, and ingots are also something you find on NPC ships, so you should not have to worry about replenishing your ingot stock. You should be making more ingots than you're using. Number 2, 2 important commands. Fire port broadside, fire starboard broadside. This will fire all cannons on left and right. This way you don't need to run one by one firing them. And one thing that I like to do is pull up all the menus for all of my cannons and arrange them on my screen so that it's clear which cannons are charged or not charged and ready to fire. You can see all this stuff in the coming videos. Also make sure when you go out that you bring an Orc Slayer weapon or spellbook with you. It will make your life much easier. And one other comment, that YouTuber that I've mentioned in a previous video about having really good guides, Rich from Pacific, very coincidentally released a video on the high seas content this week. It's in-depth, it's like an hour long, it's really good. I'll put the link in the comments, go check it out. There's so many good tips there. So I thought I'd show you kind of where I started by showing you video of the first ship that I went after on the high seas. It took about 15 minutes, and then show you where I ended up later in the week, which you'll see I took down and looted 2 ships within about 6 minutes. Just to give you an idea of where you might start, and with a little practice where you might get to, and of course you'll probably be even better than where I am today. I am going to speed up this first clip because it's kind of long and drawn out, and you get the idea. Okay, shoot. Okay, I'll figure this out. I could probably actually just fire one at a time. Fire, okay, that's what it was. It was fire, starboard, broadside, because left side starboard, right? Oh, he's just there running away now. So now we gotta reload, I guess. I don't know if I hit. Let me see if I can control on this. Okay, hold on. I was trying to get in front of him. And hit him with the other side. Oh, they're actually... Okay, I see, so they're turning. So I can go... Prep. I'm preparing to fire. There we go. So now we got left. What did I say it would be... Fire port broadside would be left. Or maybe... There we go. They're interesting how this is supposed to work. I'm a little bit confused. I'm getting a little thrown here. I almost got to be easier for me to... I'm prepping, alright. Okay, that's primed. Let's keep track of it, I guess. Port is left, right? Alright, so... Okay, so let's go left. Alright, we're gonna go field double-click navigation. Alright, see if we can get up. This is not letting me... It's not letting me turn. There we go. Step still it. Wrong height. Oh, he's turned around now. Shoot. He was like really stuck there for a second. I was hoping he'd stay stuck. We can do some wide distance here. I think that this... Right here. So it'll be... Was it fire... Fire port broadside, right? Or this would be fire starboard broadside. There we go. That was 3 hits. We got some damage. Okay, now we gotta prep that bad boy. We're prepping cannons. That was already... How's your ascending on, buddy? Prep. I get 2 at once. Okay, let's go. What if I just straight up fire this one? Wait, yeah, nice. That almost would have been easier for me to scrub. Just... We're prep cannon. Charged. Loaded. Fire. Prep. So we're pretty good. Yeah, I figured. I think you weren't playing Ultima Online. That's why I'm going to stretch here. Only forget. Once I'm done with this, we gotta... Alright, so I don't know if that's good, if that's enough. I don't think he's done yet. I think we're still in combat here. You know these people, Diablo people, these people watch me and wish I don't think you're right. That's why I guess legends. Alright, this is slow, but steady. I wonder if I fire this one, it'll hit. Fire! Nice, they're both hitting. Sweet. Well, prep 2 at once and fire 2. I don't know what this thing's like. It's hung up, it just stopped for whatever reason. You can prep 2 at once. Fire cannons. Good, they connect with me. I almost want to have, like, my cannons, like, my left one's here, my right one's here, and then I know what's what. It's a little weird to, like, to manage this. We're gonna try the shotgun, the stuff after this. I think we settled it. So we can drop EDs on it, maybe? Yeah, it's done. We defeated the ship. So now we just need to kill the stuff. You can't cast on the ship, like, with summon until you've settled it. That's like a good fizzle to make it brighter. Let's bomb this bomber. Oh, by the way, we could, like, they were my earlier. Alright, we can board up. A reward item has been placed in my backpack. Hey, Mania, maritime trade cargo destined for you. I don't know what that does or means. But I want to go get on the ship and take my loot that I earned. You guys thought you were gonna get me. What's the situation here? We got a ship captain up there. And a dread pirate. Alright, let's focus on what matters right now. That's loot and loot. So these containers, nope, don't know. Let's stack up all the loot. Here you go, reasons. This is the way you get resources. Kind of a different way, I guess. I enjoyed that. That was a fun, different experience. Copper wire, no copper wire sword. What is this? Golden ore, 49? Absolutely. Let's begin loading the ship up with quality goods. Meantime, let's de-weight here a little bit. Okay, cool. Cannonballs. I think we might load from that birdshot or whatever it is. Not birdshot, that's a shotgun. That's what shotguns use. Okay. This is like a food crate. Eat some lettuce. I'm still much less hungry. Great. This is where there's other stuff, right? There's a bunch of these things. I don't know what the point of these are. These turns like jewelry of legendary quality. Exalted quality. Like, don't know. This is the way 2 sounds. It looks good, it is. Okay, so this is more ammunition. So I think we came out more or less neutral there. And then these are apparently turning in for points. That's the word that I was told earlier. So let's load our crates up here. Which we don't know what they're for. For new magicka. We got a couple new magicka. And then do we want to loot the... Yeah, I guess we have to take this stuff, right? I mean, how much can I hold? 12,000? Right. I don't know if the leather. I'm actually not sure what the bar leather, to be honest with you. Or absolutely, right? For the copper, the golden ore, that's for sure worth it. The ingots are obviously worth it because we need those for whatever. I think what we'll do is we're gonna go back. But for this round, I'm gonna leave these here because I do need. Shoot, I'm gonna find a spot for a little bit. I need to take some out. This guy's not a great shot. I will admit. I'm glad he's not because this would be a much bigger problem if he was. Okay, right. So we're gonna take that out. We're gonna leave this in. I'm gonna take boards because I think you need boards to repair, and then we're gonna come back. So we'll toss this junk here. And I think we're good, right? I think that's all you need to do. Nothing else you're interested in? Some boards, just logs. This is kind of a seems like kind of a lame ship. I don't know. All right. Well, first one down. Let's go find another one. You guys ready? Speedrun strats. Let's go. Bad start. Bad start. Let's go. Fire port. We're gonna start off with the port broadside. Think we can do this 2 boats in under 10 minutes? Perfect. Good start. Prep, 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 prep. Oh, we're poisoned. We should resolve that. All right. Fireport broadside. Boom. One down. We are... What are we at right now? We are at currently 1 minute and 27 seconds to take a boat out. It's a lot better than about an hour last time when we were doing this last week. All right, let's get these back cannons primed. Let's loot and go take the next one out. Shoot, you know what I should have done there? There we go. Let's clean them out this way. Did I just earthquake like an idiot? I did. We're getting in here, we're getting our hands dirty. Alright, let's move. We gotta move. I don't see anything good in here. Ingots, good. I'll take ingots. And then we'll take whatever, anything good. Oh, we got a crate. Good, good, good. Let's see, how'd we do here? We are, oh nice, we're net oh no, we're not. We're net negative on one, but net positive on everything else. So it is what it is. All right, so we are, yeah, it's a little weird reality. I don't disagree with you. Let's grab that line. Let's get back up there and work on boat number 2. 257. That is basically 3 minutes. Fire port broadside. Whoa! Alright, let's get this thing in the right position here for some starboard broadside action. Alright, prep. The big thing I need from boats is really just ingots and then the crates and then replenishment on my all right, we're looking good. Okay. Is that really not it? I thought that was the one right there. Shoot. Mistakes have been... I didn't really make a mistake. I just miscalculated, I suppose. Take the shot from the left. Oh no, he's moving away. How did... Oh no, I shot at the wrong side. Shoot. That was the right side. Sometimes you get your right and left confused. I will say, it's a little disorienting. All right, let's get an EV on that deck. We are currently at 4 minutes and 55 seconds for. You know what? Let's get a little hands-on here. Move quick. We're moving quick. We're optimizing. All right, boat's clear. Let's loot. Let's see. Looted. There we go. Ingots. We got the box, right? Yep. Another box. I don't see anything else particularly interesting in here. And then what do we get here? We are basically net neutral. Actually, net negative. 2 negative on cannonballs. 3 negative because I missed a shot. Time 6:03. We'll call it 6:03. That's cool. I'm way better at this than I used to be. Considering it literally took me an hour to do this the first couple times. One boat. Now I'm dropping, you know, many boats. Hello? Hello? Okay, we're back. We are currently learning from this kind gentleman how to do boats. So I'm gonna need to bring some ingots with me. Let's write this down. We're gonna need ingots, torch, ramrod, boards, powder charges, fuse cords. I'm basically administrative support on this ship right now. It's kind of fun. All right, so what we're doing is we're going south across the server line, Bear Stick. We're on a high seas adventure. We're being taught how to use boats right now. Then we're gonna build our own. We're gonna go hunting for boats. Oh, he actually hit me. Congratulations. Oh, wow, look at that. 6,500, 6,500. Hold. Okay, so let's look at the hold. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, there's a, right, there's a chest here. Okay, cool. Oh, dang. Look at that. Fishmonger, Dockmaster. Here's another ship, right? Maybe this guy. He's a gargoyle, so maybe... Ooh, there we go. 200K. Ready to place a ship? Here's the new ship. We're going to make it face east. Here we go. Okay. So. Ship recall rune. Alright, we get a ship recall rune. Why don't we put that in our main book? Let's go place our cannons. Get ready for some amazing times. Alright, oh, that's a tiny little cannon. I was expecting something a little more impressive, if I'm honest. But you know what? It is what it is. We have tiny cannons on this ship. Alright, we got cannons. Alright, let's see if we can figure out. We gotta name the ship. The unnamed ship. Alright, I think I can access, like, security here. Okay, so then... rename. What do we call it? Omelet. We'll call it the omelet. So should I ask them if they should like and subscribe?
No.
Make sure you check out all the videos in the series. I've linked above the full playlist so that you can start from the beginning and watch through all the way to the end if you're interested. Thanks for watching.